Let's go to New Zealand now, the wonderful city of Queenstown, and catch up with their mayor again, Jim Boult, who's been talking to us on and off about attempts to keep tourism alive and well in that wonderful town. Good to talk to you again, Jim. Obviously, you've got local tourism happening in New Zealand because you're pretty much COVID-free, but that dream of opening up to Australian tourists seems to have been quashed now.
Yeah, Chris, I think the last time you and I talked, we were talking about the Trans-Tasman bubble, and I was saying how much I was looking forward to seeing you guys over here. Clearly, that's a thing of the past. And, you know, I guess we're looking across the Tasman and thinking you got a fair way to go before we're going to be travelling between country to country.
Winston Peters was talking about the possibility of maybe opening up to states like Western Australia, South Australia, Tasmania that are virtually COVID-free, but I think he essentially conceded that would be too difficult to organise. You're going to have to keep excluding Australians for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think there's a lot of danger in that. I mean, the ability to travel state to state in Australia, you know better than I do, is relatively easy. And, you know, we've got a position in New Zealand that's unique. We are pretty much COVID-free, apart from the odd returning Kiwi who brings it with them. They're in isolation. We've had no social transfers, and I don't know how long. And I just, you know, we've got to keep it that way.
You do indeed, but how much is the loss of overseas tourism hurting you, and how much consideration is there in New Zealand about how they deal with this eventually? You can't stay locked off forever, and if there's no vaccine, you're going to have to work your way through it eventually.
Well, yeah, you're right, and so it's a race to see how long we can hang out before we get a vaccine that enables us to open up. Look, here in Queenstown, we had a marvellous school holidays a couple of weeks ago. Kiwis came in droves. Of course, they can't travel anywhere else overseas, so they came here. Skiing's great. Still in ski season, have that until kind of the end of September, but she's a bit of a cliff after that, Chris. It will drop off. Really, really worried about businesses here, worried about jobs. We could be looking, very small district like ours, could be looking at 7,000 or 8,000 job losses. Go back to January, we had 1.1% unemployment.
Wow.
We could be looking at 20%.
Yeah, even when you're COVID-free, there are real problems. Thanks for joining us, Jim. Always good to talk.
Cheers, Chris.
Jim Boult there from Queenstown.